first try out the buttons. Rosalind? Okay. And reset. Nick? Reset. Jim? Reset. Okay. Sharuz? Okay. Good. Let's see. Mark? Okay. Oh, we got Mark. Mark? Mark? Okay. Warren? Brian? Marcus? Okay, now, Marcus, you said when Brian moves, the lights come on. What happens? Okay, move. Did it come on just when you moved? You didn't touch anything. Okay, just move around. Let's just see, because we don't want this happening during the game. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, you're going to have to try to remain frozen. I have no idea. One of the wires, are you stepping on any, like, you got to be real careful that, yeah. Jeez. Mark, do you want to make sure that the connecting cables are plugged in all the way, like on the side of the end of the board? Yeah, just pull it out and push it in all the way, and do it the same on the other side. Yeah. Okay. Do the same on the other. Yeah. Pull it out and. Okay. Okay. Brian, wiggle around. Yeah. Jeez. Okay, Brian, I don't want to waste any time trying to figure out what's going on. You just have to make sure you don't move. You know, it's one of these things. Okay? So we might as well get started then. We're a little behind schedule, so let's just...
Okay now?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to School Reach. I'm your quiz person, Peggy Norton. This game between Ridgemont and Hillcrest. I'll ask Ridgemont to introduce themselves, please. Rosalind Escher.
Nick Swan.
Jim Caraganis.
And now Hillcrest, please.
Mark Dodger.
Warren Lewis.
Ryan Durbin. Marcus Chang.
Okay, can you hear me all right? Yep. Okay, we'll begin now with 4 snap start questions. In what year did British Columbia join Confederation? Jim?
1908.
That's incorrect. Hillcrest, do you have an answer? Marcus?
1870.
Close, 1871. In 1836, Canada opened its first railway line from Saint-Jean, Quebec to what town? Nick?
Churchill.
That's incorrect. Hillcrest, do you have an answer? Marcus?
Montreal.
No, the answer is La Prairie, Quebec. Who is the captain of the Detroit Red Wings hockey team? Jim?
Steve Eiserman.
That's correct. Are you correct?
Yeah, it's okay.
Isn't that how you pronounce it?
Eiserman?
Eiserman? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. When vaccines are introduced into the human system, what proteins are stimulated? Mark?
Antibody.
That's correct, for 10 points. We'll now move on to questions dealing with the planets. I'll give the name of a planet's moon. You name the planet to which that moon belongs. Callisto. Jim? That's correct, for 10 points. Phoebe? Jim? That's incorrect. Warren?
Mars.
Can't hear you.
Mars.
No, that's incorrect. The answer is Saturn. And Phobos? Mark?
Neptune.
That's incorrect. The answer is Mars. Questions now dealing with music. I'll ask you to identify the following musical instruments. This stringed instrument of the modern orchestra is among the oldest of all instruments, second only to drums. Warren?
Violin.
Violin?
That's incorrect. Sharuz?
Cello.
No, the answer is the harp. Second question. Frequently used in early jazz music, this stringed instrument consists of a body in the form of a shallow drum, a long fretted neck, and usually 6 strings. Warren? Your light's on, did you buzz?
Banjo.
That's correct. And the last question in this category. This brass instrument has a cup-shaped mouthpiece and cylindrical tube bent into an oblong shape with 2 long parallel sides. Nick?
Trombone.
That's correct. Okay. We now have a scramble for 10 points. In this two-part team question, whichever team is first to answer correctly, the 5-point scramble question in part 1 is then eligible for the remaining 10-point questions in part 2. So part 1, it says 10 points here.
Yeah, 5 points. We'll
It's
go for
5 points? Okay. What is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust? Sharouz?
Tin.
That's incorrect. Hillcrest? Mark?
Oxygen.
That is correct. So these remaining questions will go entirely to Hillcrest. Who will be the person to respond?
Whoever
You
goes.
can consult, but I need one person to answer the questions. Mark, okay. Now the remaining questions deal with oxygen. By volume, what % of the atmosphere is oxygen?
21.
That's correct. What fraction of the human body is made up of oxygen? Answer, please.
70%.
No, that's incorrect. And the last question, what is the atomic number of oxygen?
That's 16.
No, that's incorrect. The answer is 8. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Questions now open to both sides. Questions dealing with the letters I-S. From the following clues, state the word that begins with the letters I-S. In the Bible, he is the son of Abraham and Sarah. Sharouz? That's correct. On a weather map, a line that connects common barometric pressure, Warren.
Isobar.
That's correct. Its former name is Constantinople. Sharouz?
Istanbul.
That's correct. Last question. A narrow strip of land surrounded by water. Mark? That's correct. We'll now go on to questions dealing with naval battles. What was the name of the English lord whose 197 warships smashed Spain's Mark?
Drake.
That's incorrect. I'll finish the question for Ridgemont. Spain's so-called invincible armada under the Duke of Medina Sidonia in 1588. Jim?
Drake.
No, that's what Hilllcrest said. Answer is Lord Howard. Okay. Now we'll go on to assigned questions dealing with state nicknames. In assigned questions, each member of each team is assigned a 10-point question. If you miss your question, then your counterpart in the opposing team will have a chance for 5 points. I'll begin with Ridgemont and Roslyn. Okay. What U.S. states have the following nicknames? The Tar Heel State. Okay, Mark, do you have an answer for 5 points?
South Carolina.
North Carolina. Nick, the Buckeye State.
Colorado.
No, that's incorrect. Warren?
South Carolina.
No, Ohio. Jim, the Show Me State. No, that's incorrect. Brian?
Just repeat the question.
Am I?
No.
No, I'm sorry.
Kentucky.
The answer is Missouri. And Sharouz, the Garden State.
Massachusetts.
That's incorrect. Marcus?
Oregon.
No, the answer is New Jersey. Now I'll start with Team B, and I'll begin with Mark. Same category. The Pine Tree State.
Wyoming.
That's incorrect. Rosalind? The answer is Maine. Warren, the Hoosier State.
No.
Quick.
Indiana.
That's correct. For 10 points. Brian, the Prairie State.
Iowa.
That's incorrect. Jim? No, Illinois. And the last one is for Marcus, the Gem State. Quickly, please. No, the Sharouz? No, it's Idaho. Okay, we'll go on now with questions dealing with political parties. You must buzz in at this time. What patriotic group founded by British Canadians in 1868 had its headquarters at the National Club in Toronto? Nick?
United Empire Loyalists.
No, that's incorrect. Hillcrest? Marcus?
Social credit.
No, the Canada First. What was the name of the Canadian Farmers' Party whose electoral success in 1921 made a three-party system of parliament a reality? Nick?
NDP.
That's incorrect. Hillcrest? The answer is Progressives. Last question in this category. Elected to the Commons in 1921 from a seat in Winnipeg, what party did J.S. Woodsworth represent? Brian?
Conservative.
Okay, I didn't hear you, Brian.
Conservative.
That's incorrect, Jim?
Liberals.
No, the Independent Labour Party of Manitoba. Now we'll go to snap start questions to end the first round. Using Montreal as a base, Confederate soldiers raided what town in Vermont in 1864? Yes, Marcus?
Concord.
That's incorrect. Ridgemont, you have an answer? The answer is St. Albans. What was the only portion of Canada's Parliament buildings to survive the fire, Brian?
The library.
That is correct for 10 points. Okay. What unit of currency became legal in British North America in 1858, replacing the pound sterling? Marcus?
The dollar.
That's correct for 10 points. Last snapper. What group of immigrants was taxed $50 a head upon entry into Canada in 1885, with exemptions provided for merchants? Yes, Nick?
Chinese.
That is correct for 10 points. We'll have a 1-minute break now until round 2. Scores 85 for, is it bottom green? Yeah, 85 for Hillcrest and 60 for Ridgemont. Round 2. Again, we'll start with snap questions. What innovation did John Molson, as chairman of the Montreal Gas Company, introduce to a city's streets in 1836? Mark?
Gas lights.
Yes, that's correct. What order of peerage was created to stimulate settlement in Nova Scotia in the 17th century? The answer is the Knights Baronet of Nova Scotia. What is the common French term for non-interference in commerce by the government? Nick?
Laissez-faire.
That's correct. What do a Wheatstone bridge and an anemometer measure?
Ohm
Ohmmeter measure. Warren?
Resistance.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
acceptable? Okay. Who am I? Question. This question is worth 40 points if you guess the answer on the first clue and 10 points less with each succeeding clue until either team answers the question correctly. For 40 points, who am I? Born in London, England, I was the daughter of a theatrical agent and got my start at the age of 9 portraying a boy in the Ibsen play A Doll's House. Who am I? Nick?
Lawrence Llewellyn.
No, that's incorrect. Marcus?
Charlie Chaplin.
No, that's incorrect. For 30 points. I have written 2 books, an autobiography titled Past Imperfect and a novel called Prime Time. Who am I? No, for 20 points. I have my own brand of perfume, Scoundrel, and market my own collection of costume jewelry. Who am I? Yes, Nick?
Elizabeth Taylor.
No, that's incorrect. And the last clue for 10 points. I have been married and divorced several times to such men as Maxwell Reed, Anthony Newley, Ron Cass, and Peter Holm. You know me best as Alexis Carrington Colby on Dynasty. Brian?
Joan Collins.
That's correct for 10 points. Questions now dealing with biology. What term describes an insect's capability to replace or regenerate a part of its body? The answer is blastogenesis. Sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, what general term refers to all these processes by which parts of a developing system come to have a definite shape or to occupy particular relative positions in space? Yes, Mark?
Differentiation.
No, that's incorrect. The answer is morphogenesis. Last question in this category. What is a phenotype? Yes, Sharuz?
Yeah.
Okay, that's correct for 10 points. Now we're going on to 3 questions dealing with lines. How are these 2 lines related? X plus 2y equals 3 and 4y equals 6 minus 2x. Yes, Marcus?
They're parallel.
No.
Nick?
Skew lines.
I can't hear you.
Skew Queue lines.
No.
No, they are coincident, they represent the same line. Second question, if a line in 3 space is parallel to a plane, what is the relationship between the direction vector of the line and the normal of the plane? Nick?
They're perpendicular.
That's correct. And last question, a line passes through the points x and y and x9. Determine the slope of the line. The line has an undefined slope. Questions now dealing with literature. There are 4 of them. What is the name of the character who is frightened away from a marriage when pursued by the Headless Horseman in Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Okay, Ichabod Crane. Second question. What character is drowned by Richard III in a butt of Malmsey wine in Shakespeare's Richard III? Clarence. In Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels, what is the name of the horse-like creatures that display incredible intelligence, courtesy, and rational behavior? I don't know how to say this.
Right. The Hoonahans.
The Hoonahans.
Okay.
Who is the well-meaning priest who marries the young lovers in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? Yes, Marcus.
Friar Lawrence.
That's correct, for 10 points. Now we have questions dealing with movie musicals. Who plays Anna, the governess of the king's children, in the film version of Rodgers and Hammerstein's The King and I? We're looking for the actress's name. Yes, Brian?
Shirley Temple.
No, that's incorrect. Jim? No, you didn't buzz. Okay, the answer is Deborah Carr. The actress who played Tuptim in The King and I also played Anita in the musical West Side Story. Can you name her? No, the answer is Rita Moreno. Mother Abbess sings this song to Maria, asking her to find her dream in the sound of music. Name the song. No, Climb Every Mountain. Audrey Hepburn plays which character in the film My Fair Lady? Yes, Marcus.
Eliza Doolittle.
That's correct, for 10 points. Okay, next category is Joseph Brant. On what Lake Ontario Bay did Joseph Brant receive a Loyalist grant of land for his home in 1791? Yes, Nick?
Lake Ontario.
No, that's incorrect. Marcus?
Bradford.
No, Burlington Bay. In what war did Brant fight the Battle of the Thames? Yes, Marcus?
The War of 1812.
That's correct, for 10 points. Joseph Brant was born in an area now known as what U.S. state? Yes, Marcus?
New York.
No, that's incorrect. Ridgemont? Cherouz?
Michigan.
No, Ohio. Last question. What was the name of the native confederacy of which Joseph Brant was a member? Nick?
Iroquois.
No, that's incorrect. Marcus?
League of Six Nations.
That's correct, for 10 points. Questions now dealing with geography. What is Ireland's longest river? Nick?
The Shannon.
That's correct, for 10 points. What river forms the border between the U.S. states of Yes, Marcus?
The Rio Grande.
No, that's incorrect. I'll finish it for Ridgemont. Where am I here? The U.S. states of Indiana and Kentucky. Nick?
Colorado River.
No, it's the Ohio River. And the last question is in the geography category. What mountains run down through the center of the Italian peninsula? Yes, Marcus?
The Apennines.
That's correct, for 10 points. Now we have 4 snappers to end the second round. What name is given to the bony cavity in which the eyeball is set? Yes, Cherouz? That's correct. A unit of electrical capacitance called a farad is named after whom? Jim?
Faraday.
That's correct. To what group of hills does Mount Royal in Quebec belong? Yes, Brian?
Laurentians.
No, that's incorrect. I don't know who buzzed there.
Ridgemont.
They're the Monteregian Hills. Who is the creator of the cartoon strip called The Far Side? Yes, Marcus?
Gary Larson.
That's correct. That's the end of round 2. The score is Hillcrest 175 points and Ridgemont 120.
They're doing the best they can. Okay. Everybody just realize that This is sort of practice. We do count the games, but it's not knockout. So if you miss one game, so what? There's 4 others. Okay. If we're ready to go.
Okay, let us begin round 3, again starting with snap start questions. What is 25% of 300? That's Mark.
75.
That is correct for 10 points. The strongest recorded earthquake ever in North America occurred in, Brian?
Anchorage, Alaska.
That's correct. Name either of the South American countries that border Lake Titicaca. Marcus?
Peru.
Okay, that's correct. The other being Bolivia. The monetary unit of Venezuela is named after which South American... Yes, Mark?
Bolivar.
That is correct. Now we have a team question. Whichever team is first to answer correctly, the 5-point scramble, then we'll get the remaining eligible questions in part 2. So, for 5 points, what is the capital of Cuba? Yes, Marcus.
Havana.
That's correct. So Hillcrest now gets the scramble. Marcus, are you going to answer them? Or, okay. You may consult, of course. The remaining questions deal with Cuba. In what year was the Cuban Revolution?
1959.
That is correct for 10 points. Who did Castro overturn as leader of Cuba?
Batista.
That is correct for 10 points. In what century did Havana become the capital of Cuba? Century.
17.
No, 16th century. Okay, that's good though. Okay, now we go on, open to everybody. Questions dealing with mythological creatures. What is the name of the mythical creature that is part human and part horse? Yes, Nick.
Centaur.
That is correct for 10 points. What is the name of the serpent-like monster with 9 heads that is, yes, Marcus?
Hydra.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that. What is the name of the evil creatures who were part woman and part bird and were associated with rapacity in Greek mythology? Yes, Rosalind?
Sirens?
No, that's incorrect. Mark?
Harpy.
That's correct for 10 points. Last question in this category. What is the name of the ferocious mythical monster with a lion's body, human face and ears, 3 rows of teeth in each jaw and poisoned spines in its tail? Yes, Nick?
Sphinx.
No, that's incorrect. I'll finish it for Hillcrest. And it can, in its tail, that it can shoot like arrows. Mark? No.
Sorry, no.
The answer is the manticore. 3 questions now dealing with philosophy. Which philosophical school holds a dictum, the greatest good for the greatest number? The answer is utilitarianism. What philosopher wrote Leviathan? Thomas Hobbes. Whose philosophy is known as the critical philosophy? Immanuel Kant. Questions now dealing with science. The first postulated that the sun is the... That sound doesn't sound right. Who first postulated that the sun is the center of the solar system? Yes, Mark?
Copernicus.
That is correct for 10 points. What level of our atmosphere is closest to the Earth's surface? Yes, Jim?
Stratosphere.
No, that's incorrect. Hillcrest? Yes, Warren?
Troposphere?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's good for 10 points. Who formulated the famous uncertainty principle of quantum... Yes, Warren?
Heisenberg.
That's correct. What is the most plentiful element in our atmosphere? Yes, Jim? No, that's incorrect. Hillcrest? Marcus, you're buzzing there.
Nitrogen.
That's correct. Snappers now to end the game. What is the technical name for unrhymed blank verse? Yes, Jim? No, that's incorrect. Hillcrest? The answer is iambic pentameter. Wordsworth, Coleridge, and Byron are associated with what school of poetry? The answer is Romantic. What important document was signed in England in 1215? That is Mark.
Magna Carta.
That's correct for 10 points. Which courageous monarch ruled England from 1189 to 1199? Yes, Sharouz?
Edward I.
I can't hear you.
Edward I.
No, that's incorrect, Hillcrest. Yes, Mark?
Richard I.
That's right, also known as the Lion-Hearted. What romantic poet was married to the author of Frankenstein? Yes, Warren?
Percy Shelley?
That's correct. What is a tris-stitch? Tris-stitch. A stanza of 3 lines. On the Great Seal of Canada, who is seated on a throne? Yes, Nick?
The Lion.
No, that's incorrect. Hillcrest? Yes, Mark?
Victoria.
That's right, for 10 points. In which Ontario town is the Huron County Jail located? Yes, Sharuz?
Kingston.
No, that's incorrect. Yes, Marcus?
Sarnia.
No, Goderich, Ontario. What Canadian actor plays Nick on the television series The Beach? Yes, Warren?
Roger Rossi.
That's correct. Who was the first European to see Georgian Bay? Yes, Nick?
Alexander Mackenzie.
No. Hillcrest? Brian, were you buzzing?
Oh, reset.
Champlain.
No. Etienne Brûlé. Which Canadian rock band featured singer Burton Cummings? Yes, Nick?
Guess Who.
That's correct for 10 points. And last question. What is the southernmost pass straddling the continental divide on the British Columbia-Alberta border? Yes, Mark?
Jacob Mars.
That's correct. The final score is Hillcrest 360 points and Ridgemont 140.
We have a correction.
Yeah.
We have to go back to question 67. Hillcrest's answer was wrong, so if deduct 10 points from Hillcrest, please, and we'll give Ridgemont a chance. We'll reread question 67 for Ridgemont again. Question 67.
Okay.
Okay.
The strongest recorded earthquake ever in North America occurred in 1964 in which U.S. state? Yes, Nick?
Washington.
No, the answer was Alaska. He said Anchorage, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, it's a state. So we're going to be picky about the answer is Alaska, not Anchorage. Okay?
Okay.
So thanks. That's the correct score then. Thanks. Good game.